Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well and doing fine. This video is gonna have a story. If you do follow my content, you do know that I like sharing my past experiences and things that have happened in my life. So we're gonna have a story. Let's make the dumplings. These dumplings are traditionally from Turkey, or I would say Turkish dumplings. They can make them smaller than what I made, but because of time, it takes a long time to do them. I just didn't make them too small, but these were like small to me. They were too small for me. And I want to also say before I start the story, this is 200 gram of liquid. It's 100 gram of water and 100 gram of milk. I will write the recipe down below so that we can just right now talk about the story. So when you are watching this video, you're gonna think this is a lot of work, but actually when you are just home on Sunday and you just want something that is gonna be therapeutical, I don't know you, but you would fix that. You can just try these dumplings and you can make them. Also, dumplings are always good if you are a family, you know. As a mom, you can do the flour, or you ask one of the kids to do this flour. You just give one of them, and then maybe you prepare the meat, which you're gonna see, and then the other person is putting the meat on the dough, and then the other person is kind of like closing. So like, you know, you're sitting as a family in the kitchen. Dumplings are always good as a family, so don't put a stress on yourself and think, this is too long, this is too much. Just call the kids and tell the other child, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that. But this one, I didn't have my son with me, so I had to do it alone. Now let's start with the story while I'm mixing and everything. And guys, I didn't want to edit the part where I was working with flour, because I don't want you to be scared of flour. I used I think it was like about 6 minutes while I was kneading the dough, so I just didn't want to edit the video from this part. So let's start with the story. Guys, I have met this guy. This happened just long time ago. So that time I was just me. I just finished the matric and everything, and I was living with a friend. Actually, it wasn't like I was living full time. I was just going to that friend whenever I didn't have transport money to go home, because I was working in the city and my home was outside of the city. You guys, my eyebrows or eyebrows, L pros. They look like they look like it's corny, like a wood. It was so dry. But anyway, when I'm in Finland, my skin is always super dry, even if I put some oil in it. But we're not there. So this friend, guys, I was staying with a friend, you know. So I met this guy, and before we continue, please do support my brand. I am cooking with Nonsi and www.cookingwithnonsi.com. I got aprons. You can just go check it out on our website. But for now, we only ship in South Africa. And that red apron I'm wearing is from Cooking with Nonsi, and the cloth that I'm also using is from Cooking with Nonsi, but my cloth is very old, so it's got a little bit of stains. Mind you, I work with oil and everything in the kitchen. So to continue with the story, so guys, I got ready. I mean, I met the guy and we didn't like talk much, so I gave him my number, and he gave me his number. He looked like a busy guy, and he was a busy guy, I think, because we were not texting much on WhatsApp. He would just be like, "Oh, enjoy your day, and we will catch up later. I got meetings to catch." So I'll be like, "Okay, let me describe the guy to you." The guy was one of those guys who usually wear formal, like a shirt and a coat, and he smelled very, very good. He had a very beautiful car, and he was kind of like a business man, I think. I didn't know so much things about him, but judging by the look, I just guessed that the guy was like a business person. The meetings he will say that he's going to take. Please, guys, do also remember this dough should be a bit dry. It shouldn't be a wet dough, so do not hold back when you have to put the flour on your surface. But you can also feel in your hand if you feel like the flour in the surface or in your table, whatever you are using, is too much. Please do just push it on the side, and then you can work with the dough, but the dough should not stick on the table while you are working with it. Anyway, let me continue. So this guy, We didn't talk much, and I didn't know so much things about him because he was gonna take me on a date, or we were gonna just have a proper date to see each other and start knowing each other. Because on chatting it wasn't much, and also, Kazini, I was kind of like struggling financially, and clothing, so like the clothment, the department of clothes, the department of fashion wasn't existing. I didn't know what the guy saw in me because in that time I didn't have confidence about myself, and it was just kind of like okay, but I was really interested. Beside that, the guy looked moneyed, like he had coins, honey. He was like coin it, I think. But beside that, with the look, with the car and everything, he was a very good looking guy. I wouldn't say that he was kind or sweet because I didn't know him that way, but he was a very good looking guy. So I could see myself in the front seat. Miguel, when you are financially not stable, sometimes you just, you picture yourself to people that you think, I wow, this person, they maybe came in a wrong person, or what is happening, what is this? But anyway, fast forward. The guy came the other day where I lived with my friend, or where I just used to crash by my friend, because that's where I told him where I was staying. I didn't want to say I was staying outside the city. So the guy came, and when he came, we were sitting outside with my friend as well was there. I think it was a weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It was a Saturday or Friday evening, because we were gonna go on a date on the weekend. So when the guy came, we just sat a little bit outside, we just spoke. He did text that he was coming, so I knew he was coming, and I got ready for him. Then the guy came. That's okay. Before the guy came, I told my friend about the guy, and I explained Uguti, like I'm explaining to you. The guy was very good looking, well dressed, he smelled good. The car he was driving, the car was fantastic, and all this. So when the guy was coming, I told my friend Uguti how Mogai is coming. It was my friend's idea to sit outside. So we were sitting outside when the guy came, and now we just spoke a little bit. I didn't go on the side. We were like all talking together, me, my friend, and the guy. And then the guy was kind of like, okay, if you're not busy tomorrow, I would love to take you out. He was saying it to me. Excuse me. I would love to take you out. And I was like, okay, no problem. And I went inside the house. I don't remember if I went to fetch juice for him, but I just went inside for a while. Not like a while, Kazini. I literally went maybe like 2 to 5 minutes. I think I was preparing a drink for him because it was very hot, and we were sitting under the shelter, under the tree outside. So I came back, everything was okay. He had a drink, and then he went to his car. Okay, we were gonna see each other the next day around 12 p.m., or should I say 12 a.m. is in the middle of the night, so it was 12 p.m. We agreed everything was good. I was not working because it was gonna be a weekend. Hi, Kaizini. I was so excited. Yeah, I told my friend, what do you think of him? My friend said, yeah, he's a very good guy. He's perfect. He even drives a good car. You can see this guy got money, the way he speak and everything. My friend even went to university, so they were kind of like speaking the same language with the guy. I guess, because I didn't know if he went to university, but I would tell you he went to university because later on I knew that. I I told my friend, my friend needs to borrow me some clothes because I could not be going on a date with a guy like that and a car like that, and also it looked like how I usually look. And my friend said, okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what is happening with my throat. Maybe it's because when I was doing this video, it was in the morning. So my friend was like, okay, this is what you should wear, girl. This is what you should wear. She was preparing the things that I could wear. And then she gave me, okay, fast forward the next day. The next day, I woke up very early in the morning because I wanted to prepare. I was trying to put gel on my hair. I didn't have money to go to the salon. So I was using gel. Guys, I started this thing of using gel on my hair for a very long time. And also the baby hair and stuff like that, using the toothbrush, blah, 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 blah. So I woke up very early. I started doing my hair because I needed the gel to be dry on my head before I could do anything. Around 10, my friend also started getting ready. She took a shower, Actually, we didn't have a shower. We were using a bath because umqashweni. Umqasho is like a rental place where is one of the cheapest rental place where you can stay in South Africa. So in this umqasho, it's apartment, but the cheapest. So we didn't have a shower. We had a dish, and with this dish, guys, can I just talk about the recipe a little bit? After you feel like your dough is fresh and soft, it just needs for 5 minutes, like how I was doing, or 6 minutes, and then you just put it back, in whatever you want, wherever you want to put it. Please do cover it, with a cloth because it's gonna get dry if you don't cover it. It will be resting because there wasn't any baking powder or any yeast in it. You're just putting it to rest while you are mixing the meat. The meat, we're gonna mix it right now. You have to grate your, if you wanna use garlic, you can. I didn't use garlic for mine. You wanna grate your onion, and while you are grating the reason you have to grate the onion because the dumplings are so small and you don't want the onion picking up or disturbing you when you are filling, so please do grate the onion. Now now let me continue. You will just see on the screen and I will write in text what I used and what I didn't use. Actually, I can just say it now so I save the work. I used paprika and I used mixed pepper and salt only, but you can use also other spices, meat spice and everything for the taste. Now let me continue. So guys, my friend was also getting ready, while I was also getting ready. Now my hair was almost getting dry. It was around 2 hours before the guy come and pick me up. And my friend went to the dish first. These buckets that we were using to bath, she bathed after her. Then I went to bath myself. After bathing, I came back. My friend is preparing herself. My friend was a bit smarter than I was. She was around more than I was. She have dated guys that were rich and guys that had money. She was just one of those girls who have lived a fast life. And in that moment, I mean, I just finished school. I wasn't living that fast. Oh, I didn't know more things. So my friend was already putting the makeup. I wasn't gonna put makeup. I didn't afford makeup, and I didn't believe in makeup. Gee, I didn't even know what was makeup. Should you put makeup? I remember I used to only put the eyeliner on my eyes, underneath and on top. This was the only makeup thing I was using so that I can look like I have smoky eyes. Anyway, and I learned this from I forgot this group when we were growing up, the music group. So guys, Inige, Omo girl is getting ready, putting the makeup, and then after that, she picked one of the most beautiful dresses in her wardrobe that I wish I could wear. But she have gave me some pants and some top to wear for my date. Hi guys, the time was 12 now. We are ready. We smell good. We both use the same perfume. Everything is good. And then 12 o'clock, I went, but I was just waiting for the guy. You know, I kept on waiting for the guy. And then the guy knocked in the door. I went and I greeted him, and my friend also came and greeted him. So now we are just all standing by the door, like, oh, okay. And then I started asking him, like, where are we going? Where are you taking me? You know, he was like, it's going to be a surprise. And then he said, maybe you just wait a little bit. I want to talk to the phone outside. Just wait. And then, guys, I went inside. I waited because he wanted to talk to the phone. In that moment, my friend was outside, but I didn't know where she went to or what she was doing. After some few minutes, I went outside to see if Mokai is still talking to the phone. I saw my friend going to the front seat of this guy. How? I'm just like standing puzzled to go see what is this? What the F is happening? My friend went in. She was even wearing high heels. I was just wearing pumps. I saw Nje one of her leg just like going in the car, and then she shut the door. How? I'm standing there thinking. After that, the car was like vroom vroom vroom. There was no car in my eyes. Kazini, I stood there not understanding what was happening. I stood there with very, very upsetting face, and I went back inside and I started crying because I just didn't understand what was going on. Why is she going with him? And, you know, I didn't have self-esteem already, and my self-esteem was destroyed more than anything because I was just like thinking, what is happening? Why is he going with her? Like, how did she, know that she was gonna go with him? And now I started putting one and two together. The day when the guy came, and I was preparing the drink for him, and they were together outside. I guess that they gave the number to each other, or it's either they prepared for this date. They spoke about this date that he was gonna pick her up, or whatever she said to him. I don't know. I didn't know, but it was just like puzzling and surprising. Ukuthi, when I was getting ready, she was getting ready, and then she got dressed. She even knew the time. And how come is the guy taking her and not taking me? Why did the guy say to me he want to talk to the phone instead of talking? I mean, instead of just answering the phone in front of me. Of course, maybe he needed some privacy. But like, guys, I was confused. I was very confused. I was upset, and I just thought it was because I wasn't beautiful enough. It was because I was poor, or I looked poor. And the outfit he chose for me, it was an outfit that sucked in compared to what the outfit she was wearing. She had this most beautiful dress, and she had beautiful clothes, but what she chose for me was not good. And I'm sure even when the guy came, he was just like, okay, she looked better anyway, and I didn't know the arrangement or what they have spoken about anyway. Hi, they went to Kazini. I was left and I was crying. I think she came back the next day. She didn't came back, if I remember correctly, because the next day I went to work. I didn't see her. If I remember correctly, I think it should have been Sunday, if not Saturday. I don't remember, but I was not working, and it was my work day when she came back. I slept alone because she didn't come back. When I came back from work, she was already home. I didn't even know what to say to her. I didn't even know if I should ask her what was going on, but I just couldn't talk to her because I just felt like here I was telling you, good, this guy is amazing before she even met the guy, telling you, good, the guy was amazing, the guy was moneyed, the guy was like this, like that, and all of a sudden, where now you are going with him. Like, what is this? Okay, guys, let's talk about the recipe a little bit. Here I was trying and I was just showing you this is the size that we needed, but I didn't use the ruler or any measurement for my flour. I just like I brought it. I blow it. I blow it. Okay, you are getting English. What are you doing to me? You're getting my point. You're getting what I was trying to say. I just eyebrow it. Like I just watch it with my eyes, and then I started cutting without the measurement. If you are doing this with your family or with your kids, what you can do is tell the child to put the ruler and kind of like measure it. And remember, these kids, they go to school, and remember, they are so smart. So just tell them to measure so that you can have literally the same size of everyone. Mine were not the same size, but little did I care, because when they go to the mouth does not care if it's the same size or not. Now, while I am putting the filler, I'm just going to continue with telling you what happened next. So I didn't want to ask her. I was very upset when I came back from work, and I just couldn't like understand. And already I did think it's because she was beautiful and she had a beautiful dress, and I was smelling her perfume. That's why maybe even when the guy came, the guy just saw her that she was more beautiful than me, than anything else. Now, guys, for that day we didn't talk. The next day I went to my grandmother, and I didn't want to talk about it. We were talking about generation, we talk about the TV, but we didn't talk about how she went on a date, how was the date. And I didn't even want to text the guy, and the guy didn't text me. Obviously, Kelly came back the next day. She slept with him. Then I went back to my family for a while, and then when I needed a place to crash, I did go back to her. Then this time I was okay, even inside. Then I asked her, so why did you go with so and so, and why did you just do that? Why you guys didn't tell me, Uguti, you were going with him? And she was like, no, I mean, when you went inside on that day, the guy told me that he liked me more than you, so we exchanged the numbers. I didn't know how to tell you, because I mean, I was gonna break your heart. I didn't know how to tell you that he was coming to pick me up, not to pick you up. How? I said to her, "Oi, okay, I don't care because he was not my boyfriend anyway. And she was also like, she was the one who said it first that he wasn't your boyfriend. You didn't know the guy, so you can't be upset like I took your boyfriend because he wasn't your boyfriend. And I said to her, yeah, oh, of course, I didn't know him. He wasn't my boyfriend, so this is okay. So this is how they look, guys, when I was done with them. And now I went to put them in boiling water. You can put salt first if you want. Remember, you did put salt in the meat and in the dough, so it is up to you. But it did help the taste for me when I was putting it. When I did put the salt, it tasted so amazingly. So you can just add, and also add oil, because dumplings are same like you are making pasta. You have to put oil so that it doesn't come together even after you have cooked them. You can also freeze them if you don't want to cook the same day. Freeze, but if you are freezing them, don't put them together. Lay them in a tray and separate them, and then you can cover them and then put. But on the next video, I will show you how to freeze your dumplings. The dumplings are usually not very good if they have slept in the fridge, but mine, these ones, they do sleep. They did sleep in the fridge, and I did enjoy them the next morning. I mean the next day. Now, then she convinced me, telling me that blah blah blah, the guy and this and this and that. And yeah, I did kind of like forgive her. But guys, I needed some closure, so I did call the guy to know, Uguti, why did he do this. So the guy told me that she told him that I had a boyfriend, and my boyfriend was a very dangerous guy. So she was single. She's very singly. She can be with him if she wanted. That's what she said to him. That's why he also didn't want, because he found me to be a liar, and he didn't want to even ask me, because my friend did say anything that I would say would be a lie. And I'm a typical lie. Yo. Guys, Dini, I was very upset when I heard that, and I did cut off the friendship. I didn't want to be her friend anymore, even though I did need the place to stay from time to time. So I was just like, Mokel, if you can like do this or say this. So guys, just the moral of the story, please be careful of friends. Mind what you are telling your friends, especially when it comes on guys. Don't describe the guy so much and too much. And this is also the matter of trust. Just don't trust anyone with your man, because honey, things. But their relationship didn't last very long. They did see each other a couple of times, but it didn't last very long. Now, please do like the video, and thank you if you stayed until this time, and I love you so much. Mwah, mwah, my darling. Okay, before guys I end the video, I just want to tell you that this was a plain yogurt.